going on to you, Leos? So you have the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune right here for you, Leos. So these three cards right here for you are about how you, Leos, ultimately, things are changing for you, Leos, too, romantically. A lot of your tastes and a lot of the things that you are looking for in someone is changing as well. A lot of you Leos are learning how to become, a lot of you Leos are becoming a lot more wiser when it comes to dating. A lot of you Leos are realizing that people will take advantage of you if you walk into it. So you have to kind of, this is why it is that I say that people are great tricksters if you allow them to get one over on you. If you walk yourself into the trap, right? The trap door, and you don't pay attention to how relationships needs to be balanced. Relationships needs to be fair, right? Night, day. Pros, cons. Good, bad. If there's not a mix of those two things, right? Where both of you are pitching in on the relationship, you Leos are realizing that if you don't keep things honest, if you're not paying attention, people will take advantage of it. And you're right. And that's an excellent point, because that's one of the things that I realize as I'm dating. I'm realizing that, well, I realized this a long time ago, but even more now, I'm realizing that, like, you have to be transparent with, you have to say what's going on. Like, you have to apply pressure. You have to stop being so chicken squat. See, so many people are thinking that they can fly up underneath the radar of being sneaky, and the sneakiness is what's getting them caught up. This is why it is that I say that we're not players. We not, because players are sneaky and like to outmaneuver, to each their own. But if we want real success, we're going to have to actually apply pressure by really kind of saying, really having the guts to say what's going on. Like, listen, if we go out, we gonna go Dutch. Am I gonna actually get a chance to smash, or am I wasting my time? Like, we're actually gonna have to be brave and actually talk like that. This is one of the reasons why it is that so many people get upset at me for talking like this, but I learned how to talk like this from my experiences, and I've talked about it before. I realized I got a chain up underneath. That's the outline. But I talk like this because I realized that I had to start talking like this in order to actually see results. Because one thing I realized about dating, Leo, is that trying to be a player, that didn't work for me. And there's many ways that you can actually approach this situation. I realized that trying to be a player, that's why it is I don't rock with it when people call me a player, because I'm not a player. I've never gotten success trying to be this slick. I've gotten success by being straightforward. Look, I'm trying to go to sleep. Look, we gonna go Dutch. Look, I don't have it to take you out. Look, I like you. This is what I want. This is what I want. I wanna see what's going on with you. I want to get to know you long term. Maybe we may break up, but I want to get to know you though for the time being. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I like you, and I would like for you to let me know if you want me to. And if that's not the case, cool. And I'm perfectly fine with the rejection. So this is why it is that I say that we not players, because players means that you sneaky and they know that you're doing it if you playing. Let's because I'm tired of the nonsense. Let's be real with this thing. If you are a person that's born with my anatomy, if you know what I mean, the people who are not born with my anatomy, they know that we playing if we're players. They know this. It's just that they playing the game along with your goofy self if you are watching this and you are born with my anatomy, if you know what I mean. YouTube is iffy for saying it. So What I realized, honestly, that gets rewarded, that has always gotten me rewarded, is being transparent, is being literally bold, literally boldly saying what it is that I want. This is what X, Y, Z. And it's rewarded. It's very much so rewarded me. Money, their bodies, of course, with their consent. Of course, no exceptions to that. Of course, with their consent. Absolutely, 100%. That's not even my style. Before we even go there, we not going there. But it's transparency. Now, the reason why that's important in the first place is because you Leos are realizing, you're coming to the same conclusion that I came to, that transparency is really the best policy. And the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups represents how you Leos are important. And that's part of the reason why those people are calling you. Again, Six of Cups. You've stopped talking to them because they found out the hard way that, again, you've won the game. You Leos have won the game by not participating. You're not actually playing the game. You're trying to really be in a real relationship, and while other people are wasting your time, they waste your time. And you Leos just have been kind of healing from and getting your life back together from all the adjustments of changing jobs, life changes, possibly moving into another apartment, keeping a job, and then, or having a chance to quitting, and all your life's changes. And the thing about it for you Leos is, you Leos realize that the best thing that you could have done was stand 10 toes down. The thing now is the Six of Cups. Because you're more bold, brazen with yours, it's put you in a very powerful position long term. Because I'm telling you the answer of what works. I remember, real talk, like I remember I used to walk up, when I was 14, I used to walk up to 14-year-olds trying to talk to them and grab my junk and talk to them, and they would be into it. I'm 14, the person I'm talking to is 14. This is back in 2005. Real talk. Because just being transparent is what works. Everything else, all of that player stuff, I get offended at that, because stop calling me a player, because I know what's coming behind that. You calling me a player so that you could play. I'm not a player, and I never was, and I'm not trying to be a player. Playing has never worked for me. Being transparent has worked for me. That's literally saying what I want and being bold with it, in fact, to the point of the craziest stuff that a person would say to somebody, telling somebody that they got nice chests, walking up to somebody and grabbing my junk and talking to them. These are the things that literally work for me. Because people respect it. This is where you get access to what it is that you truly want, because you're being transparent. See? So now that you Leos have you're learning how to become more lions, bolder with your approach, right? More straightforward and honest with your approach. You're getting in touch with more of the light and the darkness. Because see, the darkness is what gives you the balls or the guts to actually say and do the things that you want. That's not the light. The light will civilize you and teach you how to be civilized and teach you manners. That's the light. The darkness will teach you how to actually be bold and brazen and actually do what you want. This is why it's a good idea to understand how to integrate the light and the dark, because you need to learn how to be a fox sometimes, and then sometimes you need to learn how to be a lion sometimes. There's a difference, right? Now that you Leos are learning this, you've stepped your game up. The person came back. The King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Wands represents you don't want anything to do with them. The only thing is they know this, but at the same time they're willing to see if they can actually get their foot back in the door. So if you Leos don't really want them, it's within your best interest to let them know, because they care about you, but they're playing the game. Right? They're playing the game, and they're going to play like they don't see what's going on up until you Leos tell them that you don't really rock with them like that. The Temperance and the Nine of Wands is about how, since that's the case, the Temperance and the Nine of Wands is learn from your mistakes. Learning from your mistakes is one of the best things. That is one of the greatest things that you can do in dating, because dating is a very treacherous game. You are essentially trying to become one or be in a relationship with somebody that can potentially take advantage of you. So you have to learn how to not get taken advantage of by understanding the tricks and the traps. This is why it is that I say that honor and integrity is so important, and that it's best to not play the game. Because when you don't have honor and integrity and you playing the game, this puts you more in dangerous way, because now you're in a cycle where, right, Wheel of Fortune, now you're caught up in the cycle of needing to play all types of really shady games with somebody to get and go about the things that you want, and you end up ruining your own value, because people who play the game end up getting into usury. This person made that mistake with you, but you Leos have a chance to actually redeem yourselves by telling them no. You don't want to have, hold on. You don't want to, this is your chance to actually redeem yourself and let them know that you don't actually want to have anything to do with them. So my suggestion for you Leos is for you Leos to actually just state that you don't want to have anything to do with them. You don't. Because if you do, say it. If you don't, say it. Because they're going to continue to play on your top. They're going to continue to play mind games with you. And this is why I say that having, like I said, honor and integrity and being able to actually draw the line in the sand is so important, because this is how people stop playing games with you. This is how the games stop. The game stops by applying pressure, stating what's going on. Or am I going to get lucky tonight? No. X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want to know this. I want to know that. I want to find out what's going on. I'm trying to find out this. I'm trying to find out that. The more stupid you Leos play, or the more you try to go with the games, this is why it is I don't rock with these pickup artists. Because these pickup artists keep the game going. Because when you play games with somebody, they're going to play games with you. When you define something and you say, am I going to get lucky tonight? Are we going out on, if we go out on these dates, we going Dutch. If you know you ain't going Dutch, don't bring your goofy self on this date, because I'm telling you, I'm not paying for you. That's not within my budget. This is why these games continue to persist, because everybody's trying to act like we cool. You see? So let's clarify the Temperance. Apply pressure by being clear with your intentions and clear with what it is that you want. The Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Chariot, Ten of Wands, the Moon. To clarify the Temperance. Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands are about how you Leos, you control your own destiny. You control, because you Leos are understanding yourselves, and you're understanding that it is a game. When people play with you, it's your job to keep everybody honest by being transparent. The Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands represents, that's when you understand that you're taken up off of the wheel. If you stay on the wheel, they'll take advantage of it. So be transparent right now. You're dating other people. This ex comes back, right, on some Six of Cups type steez, Six of Cups type stuff. Stop hanging out with them. If you don't want to hang out with them, tell them straight up. I legitimately got way more respect out of people from telling people, look, telling them, look, no disrespect, and I don't have anything personal against you, but I don't think we could be cool. Literally telling to their face, literally telling them that to their face, like, listen, and they wanted to know an explanation. And I told them straight up, I think you cool. This is friends, romantic interests. Literally told them like that, because it's not ego. It's literally coming from the heart. I'm literally telling them, I'm being open and I'm being transparent. I don't think that I can trust you. I don't think that I can trust you. And it doesn't have anything to do with, it doesn't have anything to do with stupid reasons, playing the game. It has everything to do with the fact that I trusted you and you hurt me for trusting you. So I don't think we could be cool. You know, no anger attached to it. I don't have anything personal against you. If I see you in the street struggling, I would give you a sandwich or give you a couple of dollars or something like that, right? It's no, you know what I'm saying? It's no ill intent. It's just I can't rock with you. Do you know how many people, Leo, who wanted to stay attached because I told them that, and it wasn't, that's why it wasn't lying. That's why it is I said it, we ain't players. I know what works and what don't work. Being a player don't work. So the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, and the Moon now is about how when we're transparent like this, we actually get the things that we want. We get the answers that we want. A lot of people are not going to be able to actually give you what you want, because you're going to see how they will reveal themselves, that they're not prepared. Not only they want to be in a relationship, but they're not prepared to be in one spiritually. They can't be in one. They're dysfunctional.